Hello to everyone. In this video I'm gonna tell you how much the trip to South America will cost me. So if you have nothing to do, grab your favorite drink and stay with me. Welcome back. I even have a list because I don't want to forget any information. Anyway, this will be still an estimate price based on the information that I received from many people that already been there and some research that I already done. It is also based on my previous experience traveling in many places around the world, but it is still an estimate price, as I said in the beginning. But I believe that it will give you at least some kind of raw information how much a trip like this might cost. And I will split it on three different categories: before the trip, during the trip, and after the trip. The first category, before the trip, will vary from many different circumstances. For example, do you want to go with your motorcycle, which means that you have to ship it there, or you prefer to buy a motorcycle once you get there, or maybe you prefer to travel only first class and stuff like that. That's why it is just like a raw price based mostly on my experience and the way I travel. In my situation, I don't need to pay for a motorcycle to ship it and bring it back. I don't need to buy a motorcycle. A huge thanks to Thomas, who already organized the motorcycle for me. I really hope that in my life I will be able one day to return this favor to Thomas and pay my dues. But this basically saved me around 3,000 euros to ship the motorcycle and bring it back. Maybe a little bit more, but around 3,000 euros. Flight tickets. Thanks to Thomas, I don't need to pay for the motorcycle, but I still need to fly there. So the cheapest option that I was able to find was from Sofia to Madrid, from Madrid to Bogota for 520 euros. From this 520 euros, keep in mind that around 140 euros I paid only for luggage, the extra 23 kilograms that it's allowed in this flight from Sofia to Madrid and from Madrid to Bogota. So you can find some cheaper options, but they will be only with cabin luggage. In our situation, we need to bring all of our riding gear, boots, helmets, everything in, so we definitely need to pay for extra luggage. Even though my luggage might be only 10 or 15 kilograms altogether with the gear, but the option that they've got is 23 kilograms, so I paid for it an additional 140 euros just to get there. I will also need to pay for transportation from Varna to Sofia and one additional internal flight from Bogota, Colombia to Cali, Colombia, which will cost me another 40-50 euros. So altogether it will be around 600 euros just to get to South America. I also paid another 100 euros for Spanish lessons. I took 10 lessons actually. I might need to take a little bit more, but at the moment I paid 100 euros and I understand that this is not going to be enough, but at least I have some basics, and also I learned Spanish before, so I believe I'll be alright with a little bit of practice, at least to know the basics. I also need to buy some additional SD cards because now I changed the camera and the new camera needs more space. But this is not something that everyone will do. That's why I'm not gonna put it in the price now. So now at the moment additional 100 euros. So the total became 700 euros so far. Once I arrive there, I have to transfer the motorcycle on my name. This will cost me an additional 100 euros. I had been told that I will be able to cross borders with power of attorney, but I have some concerns seeing situations like this on the borders, and I prefer to have it on my name. Even though with power of attorney it will cost me like 15 euros, this will cost me 100 euros, I still prefer to have it on my name to eliminate the need to wait on borders or possible problems in the middle of nowhere. So an additional 100 euros. So in total so far 800 euros. During the trip. For the trip itself, I will say that I will need something like 1000 euros per month for everything: petrol, accommodation, food, everything. Which is mean that for 3 months I'm gonna spend around 3000 euros. And all of this is based again on everything that I have been told about the local prices and also my experience traveling in the areas with similar prices. So I do believe that 3000 euros will be enough, but of course I will include an additional, let's say, 500 euros just in case something is a little bit more expensive. And the total so far will become 4,300 euros. Once again, these are my estimations at the moment, but it is not a problem if I need a little bit more money, because Visa, MasterCard, all of these things, Revolut, they works over there, so I can always receive money from my family, from friends, or from someone else if I need it. It's not like Russia last year when I went with a specific amount and I just needed to complete the trip with this amount. Here, everything is alright. Alright, on the way back, I'm gonna need another 100 euros to transfer the motorcycle back to the owner's name, and another 600 euros to fly back. The tickets and all the costs that I will need to fly back. So altogether it becomes around 5,000 euros. This is a lot of money for me. Even though I'm partly sponsored from some companies, it is still hard to finance all of this. Thanks to so many people, all of my followers, Patreons, channel members, and many people that donated money for my trip, I'm sure that I'll be able to make it. But I cannot thank you enough for all of this. When someone, people who you don't know, somewhere on the other end of the world, pay money for you, this is like a miracle. Someone believes in me. This is what it means. And of course, I will do my best to show you this part of the world, the reality in this part of the world as it is. I don't pretend that I'm the best filmmaker or the most interesting videos from South America, but I will definitely show you the reality, and I'm very, very excited to do it. And once again, this is just an estimate price, and I always try to travel as cheaply as possible, but for you might be different. You might have different preferences. For example, I don't mind to sleep in a shitty hotel as long the price is cheap. I can sleep everywhere, including on the ground. I'm not gonna bring my tent with me because of many different reasons. It does not really worth to sleep in the tent when the hotels are $10 per day. But this is a topic for another video, and I have videos like this, at least 2 on my channel. So again, the price might vary. It will mostly depend on your preferences. If you want to eat in good restaurants and sleep in quality hotels, of course, all of this will move. Let's now see what will be if you have to buy a motorcycle there. Renting, it's not an option, because with rented motorcycle you cannot cross borders. So you have to buy a motorcycle there if you don't want to ship yours. If you want to ship yours, around 3,000 euros. If you want to buy a motorcycle there, again, it will cost you as a minimum 3,000 euros. This is what we plan to spend for my friend and mechanic Plamen, to buy a motorcycle very similar or the same as mine, and to travel together in South America. So the good news is that everyone said that in South America it's very easy to buy a motorcycle and sell it after that. So you have to have this in consideration if you plan to buy a motorcycle there. So you will need an additional 3,000 euros. And most of this money, maybe 90%, you'll be able to get back when you sell it, but it is still the money that you should have it with you. So 5,000 for everything, and 3 more makes altogether 8,000 euros. So this is basically everything that I planned for this video. I hope that this information will help to at least one person, maybe to find his own way to South America, whatever. So press like or dislike, whatever the video deserves. If you subscribe, even better. See you in the next one. Ciao.